Why did you decide to sing metal instead of opera this time in your life?
Simply because it seemed like more fun. I've always liked heavy guitars and melodic vocals. And the plan was actually to get into the opera school here in Oslo and to become an opera singer. But I had just joined my former band, Conception, and I was actually doing both at the same time. I was taking these lessons. At the same time, I was practicing and playing with Conception. And my teacher at the time, she said, at a point here, you gotta make a decision. You gotta choose between your rock thing or opera, because you can't do both at the same time. And she didn't really want to spend her time. She's really famous in Norway, and she didn't even want to spend time on me if I wasn't actually going for the opera thing. But I chose the heavy guitars, and quite frankly, I've never really regretted that. It's been a very enjoyable trip,
How did you get together with Kamelot, since you live in Norway and most of the band lives in the States?
As I mentioned, I had a different band called Conception, and we were semi-famous in the genre, Conception has become some sort of a cult phenomenon in the genre, and there's still a lot of people out there that are just waiting for Conception to come back, which is not going to happen. I mean, this is in the past. We all do different things now, and we're busy, each on our side. That we split up. I mean, we came into the genre when it was kind of going down. So I followed Conception on the way down, and then we split up in '97, and I joined Kamelot. Came out with our first record with me, Siege Perilous, in 1998, I think. And from then on, both Kamelot and the genre as such has been growing, dramatically. And even in the U.S. now, I see, this genre catching on more and more. There's like more and more European bands touring over there, and I guess people are hungry for, a slight change in music, because the scene in the U.S. seems to be very mainstream driven. So it's been hard for some years, but now it really makes sense for us to tour the U.S. That was a long answer to a very short question. Anyway, I joined Kamelot in 1998, and Tom read about the split up of Conception on the internet, and he managed to get my phone number somehow. And in the beginning, he just asked me to sing on their new record, the Siege Perilous, which was already recorded, and all the melody lines and everything was finished. And I'd never been to the U.S. before. They paid me pretty good, and I thought, well, this is interesting. And me and Tom wrote one song for the Japanese bonus track, and we both felt that that there was something in this songwriting companionship that could be interesting for all of us. And we decided on going ahead and make a new record, a full record, with me and Tom from the beginning. And that was the fourth legacy, and that was kind of our breakthrough in the genre. That record, did a lot for us. And after that, it's just been growing, and I'm just enjoying the ride.
Does you living in Norway and most of the band living in America ever cause problems for rehearsals, making it make it hard for you to get there?
Not really. I mean, the world has become so small, with cheap flights and internet and phone calls aren't really a big deal any longer. So I talk to Tom every second day, and if there's a tour coming up, I go over to the U.S. for example for 10 days before the tour starts, and the band will rehearse before I get there. I will rehearse here on my own, and then we play together for 10 days, and we don't really need more than that. And same thing, of course, if we're playing in Europe, we meet maybe in Frankfurt, in Germany, or wherever the tour starts, and have a couple of rehearsals.
You mentioned that you played a few Europe festivals this summer. Which one was your favorite and why?
Well, I don't really like to rate, rate festivals like that. We did one in Spain, the Masters of Rock. That was great, but there's always different reasons why you like a gig or not, But that day, weather was perfect, our sound was perfect, the fans were, they were really frantic. So that was a great gig. I was in Saragossa in Spain. But festivals are always cool. Actually, every gig is cool. We seldomly go off stage and feel that wow, that was a crappy gig. That never happens really. It goes from good to excellent. And of course there could be some personal mistakes and stuff like that, but that's not really important. What's important is the performance and the energy, and not the least the synergy between the band and the crowd, and that's almost always there. So every gig is good.
You guys have another tour planned for Europe in April, I believe. What are your thoughts on doing another Europe tour?
We're going to do another tour in April, yes, and when we come back next year, it's been 1 year since we played, and there's always fans that didn't have a chance to come out and see us this time. And in April, it's been, for most of these people, it's been 1 year anyway. And, the show is going to be new. I'm really looking forward to go out again. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do another U.S. run also. That's not really set yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do some shows in the U.S. next fall. We've also got this new record coming up that we got to start working on pretty soon. So we'll see what we can afford time-wise. There's going to be a lot of festivals next summer, which we're already working on right now. So, but it's always fun to come out and present these songs live. There's two reasons why we do this. It's for me and Tom, it's of course the process of writing and recording a song. Basically, being in the studio is just a continuance of writing the song, because we always change little things all the way. And second is performing the stuff live. So it's always cool to come out and play live.
That was all I had planned. Thanks for the interview. Is there anything you'd like to say in conclusion?
Well, of course, I want to thank the American fans for supporting Kamelot, and hope to see you out there next time we're touring the U.S. I can't wait.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.